well, I suppose no better time than now, but welcome back to the channel, guys. This is our week 2 recap of the PBA Tour. The Pete Weber Missouri Classic was about as unsuccessful as possible. If you guys have missed out on the vlogs, they're no longer on this channel. They're going to be on a secondary channel, the Vitamin D Tang channel. Link is in the description below. So head on over there, subscribe to that channel. Every 10,000 subs, we're gonna give away a bowling ball. So we're incoming on 20. This was a rough week. Let's start at the beginning, I suppose. Practice session, bowled for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then I actually felt kind of winded, a little fatigued. I don't know if you could tell in my voice or how I'm speaking, but I don't feel great. But I took like 15 minutes, just sat there, just watched, ate some food, just observed for a little bit. Didn't really think too much of it. I mean, I knew I had something, I didn't really know what it was. Yeah, just didn't really feel great. We bowled on 45 feet, the Dick Weber pattern. I decided to drill a Vengeance, and I also wanted to drill a Transformer, but both of those balls are actually back ordered, so I ended up holding off on the Transformer. I had an Attention Star S2 that I thought was okay, so I held off on the Transformer. Did get to drill the Vengeance though. The Vengeance was really good. I threw that game 1 of the tournament in the back half. I actually tried the concept game 1. I wanted to play that, right in the funnel type deal. It wasn't great. After I 4-9, I did spare the 4-9. I went to the Vengeance, threw the back 6 for 240. So we got off to a really good start. Actually, let's rewind a little bit. I forgot to mention this. This is actually very important for the week. The night before qualifying, I wasn't feeling fantastic again. So this is the night of the practice session, day before qualifying. We had pizza for dinner, I think, and we're in an Airbnb this week with obviously Chris, and then Packy, Bug, Kevin, BJ, Nick, and Mitch. And I think it's gonna be similar next week with the addition of a couple more. So we get pizza, squad's having pizza. I had 4 or 5 slices, I was pretty hungry. I go to bed, I get in bed at like 8:30 p.m. I'm not feeling good at all. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to rest up, get ready for tomorrow, and be as prepared as humanly possible because I knew I wasn't feeling great. For about, I'm assuming 2 hours, I was having, I think, stomach cramps. It felt like somebody was squeezing me from the inside. It felt terrible. And I just kept telling myself, it's gonna pass, it's gonna pass, it's gonna pass. It doesn't pass. I get these slight feelings of having to throw up. So at one point, I get up, hobble to the bathroom, and sure enough, it's bad. So I ended up going back to bed after that, tossing and turning, was not feeling great. While I was feeling the stomach cramps, I was like, am I even gonna be able to bowl? Because there's no shot I was gonna be able to bowl if I was feeling that the next morning. So thankfully the next morning I felt okay. I mean, okay enough to throw a bowling ball. So I bowled anyways. And yeah, started with 240. Took a lot of mental capacity to really focus, dial it in, and try to just throw the ball where I wanted to, the way I wanted to. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have bowled sick before, but it's not fun. If it was just like a cold and I just had a runny nose and a cough, I probably would have been fine, but my body was very fatigued. Didn't feel very good. So I bowled 240, made the flip, bowled this is a 2-sided building. Bowled 2-0 the next game. It was kind of a bad 2-0. I think I chased it too far left. I crossed with Dom and he was really hooking it. So I was like, I can hook it too. But everybody else, all the other righties on my pair were playing a little straighter. They're about a zone to the right of us. And I think I just got a little too caught in the flatness of the pattern with what I was trying to do. If I wanted to be there, I had to be a lot slower and loop the lane a little more, which was very doable. We weren't bowling on 50 feet. It was 45, so there was a little bit of hook out there. A lot of hook in the front. Game 3, I bowled 140. This is where the mental capacity is starting to run out. Wasn't really thinking straight, kind of just spitballing, randomly pulling balls out of my bag, splitting with everything. So after this game, I'm about even, not great. And then I bowl a very poorly executed 30 to 40 over the next 3 games. I had a chance to bowl 250 the last game. I was trying really hard to dial it in. I was like, okay, just focus, make some good shots. And then in the 9th frame, halfway through my approach, I remind myself, make sure you throw it slow. And then everything falls apart. I missed to the right, missed the headpin right. And then I missed the spare, so now I need to punch out for 210. Get up there, throw it pretty good, flat 10. I shoot 201. So 250 turns into 201. I had 37 over after the first block. And if I bowl 250 there, I get to 80 something, which is okay. The cut was 135 after the first block. I didn't feel great about that. Physically, I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good about my bowling, but also, I told myself, you're lucky you are bowling. Don't get too down on yourself. And I definitely got more down on myself than I should have. It's just a very weird week. But block number 2, bowl 160 the first game. I tried to play a little straighter this time. My ball's just not hooking in the right place. I started stone 9, stone 7. I was like, man, what is going on? This sucks. And then I threw a couple of good shots. The righties were getting their balls steep right, and it was coming back. Every time mine went there, it didn't come back. And then I started thinking about it. All the righties use their thumb. Their balls are slowing down a little more, so it has a chance to pick up off that spot. My ball is just beelining it to that spot and then staying there. That is an adjustment I made for later on, but I turned that 160 start into about 70 over, so I had about 100 over to finish. About 269 game 3. I really dialed in what I needed to do. I got to 108 over after 12 games. That put me about 100. Actually, yeah, double my plus total. That was the cut. 108 out. Yeah, going into block number 3, which we just bowled today, I was pretty set on what I wanted to do. Had a great cross, by the way. We broke him down pretty good. One lefty, Anthony Iyer, absolutely bombed on the second block. Jeffrey Mann, Don Barrett, and Nathan Lejoie. I'm not French, I don't know. But we all broke him down pretty good, stayed to the right, and then we gave ourselves a spot to throw it at. I bowled a pretty bad 230 the first game. Kind of had the yips. I also think it was partially my body saying I am not at 100%, so I'm not gonna let you do what you wanna do. So I was really just fabricating shots and just trying to will myself there. But I had 230, not so good. Then I had 250 with one not so good shot. So I had 90 over after 2. And then we go to this next pair. Chris just came off this pair, bowled 160. So I asked our ball rep Nathan, I said, hey, what's going on with this pair? He said, everyone just started really far to the right and they're just a little tighter. So if you're gonna loop it, just make sure it gets all the way there and make sure your speed's good. I'm like, okay, cool. Get up there, throw my first shot. It was pretty good. It gets behind it, I 10 pin, and then I miss it. My spare shooting has been atrocious, by the way. I'm probably on average missing 3 to 4 spares a block. We definitely need to clean that up going into next week. Part of it, maybe the fatigue portion, but maybe another part is just me not putting in enough reps spare-wise to be as solid as we need to be. There's some technical things that are a little off. My swing plane's not great right now, and my head's moving too much to the left. We gotta work on that, we gotta fix that. So US Open will definitely die on the spares because that's gonna be the most important ball in the bag. Again, get to that pair. I'll go to the other lane, wrap a 10 on a good shot. I'm like, okay, that sucks. Go back to the left lane, actually get it in, don't throw it great, strike. Go back to the right lane, wrap 10 again. I'm like, man, okay. Let's loft it a little bit, try to get a little more forward, try to drop speed a little bit, do that, throw a double. All right, let's go. Still not super convinced, like it wasn't 8 backer ball reaction. Get up on the left lane, drive by 9 pin. Like, all right, that sucks. I can now punch out for 220, I strike, and then I throw a bad and I 6 pin, and then I 7-10 in the 10th for 185. That wasn't good. And then the last 3 games of the tournament were about as bad as it could have been. I had 160, 199 with the front 5, and in the last game, I was just trying to get through it. I bowled 150, but I struck and fill. On my last shot, I was kind of dizzy. I was like, I can't even really see the arrows. Should I have bowled? I mean, if I didn't bowl, there wouldn't be any content for you guys to watch. Also, I said if I can walk and if I can pick up a bowling ball, I'm gonna bowl. But I'm just hoping that the body is going to rest up nicely before the US Open because we need 100% physical and mental capacity to have success at this tournament. We cannot keep making the same mistakes we've been making these last 2 weeks. You know, I struck enough last week, got away with it, but I missed match play on spares. I missed 8 make-holes last week. I don't even know how many spares I missed this week. Not as many single pins, I'm pretty sure. I might have missed 3, but 3 for an event is still way too many. That means I've missed 7 so far this year. 7 in 48 games is very bad, for me at least. You know, if I've missed 1 by now, I'd be like, oh my God, okay, why'd I miss that 1? But I've missed 7. I was missing everything to the right last week, missed everything to the left this week. So I know it's a swing plane issue. So just gotta dial it in and work on it. But finished at plus 106, went -2 for today's block. Yeah, it came all the way back from 90 some over to, yeah, I went 100 and some under the last 4. Made a bad decision on a pretty good pair, and then I was just fighting myself the rest of the block. I was coughing up a storm the last game. My body really started to tell me, hey, you need to stop. And here we are. I think that's tied for 75th or 74th this week. Not a good week. Yeah, I'm gonna try to look at the positives. I got to bowl. There was a chance I wasn't gonna bowl. We'll take that. I think, you know, your flaws are exposed a little more when you're sick because your body's not giving you what you want. So we can try to take from that too and try to build on that. Yeah, I had even people tell me like, dude, you just don't look like yourself. I mean, I'm still me, it just wasn't me at 100%. So hopefully these next couple days, sorry. Hopefully these next couple days will be good. We'll rest up, drink lots of fluids, and we'll be back for the US Open. Again, if you guys made it this far, thank you so much. Like the video if you guys are enjoying these recaps. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Lots of bowling content, even more right now on the Vitamin D Tang channel. So if you guys haven't subscribed over there yet, I'd appreciate it if you did. We'll see you in the next one.